I wrote that song, How You Gonna See Me Now? And I wrote that for my wife because when Cheryl and I had been married, we had been married now for, say, 3 or 4 years. And you have to remember now, I wasn't a drunk. I was never, ever like that. I was never falling down. Nobody had to carry me home. I was always on this golden buzz. Kind of Dean Martin, you know. But she had never once saw me when I was totally sober.
How you gonna see me now? Please don't see me ugly, babe. 'Cause I know I let you down in oh so many ways. How you gonna see me now? Since we've been on our own, are you gonna love the man when the man gets home?
Our music was really crazy at that point. We were more a gang than we were a band. And we were kind of a circus freak thing. And then all of a sudden there's a white chicken on stage. I can't think of anybody that brings a chicken to a show on purpose.
We still got a long way to go.
I picked it up and threw it in the audience. I figured it would fly, it's a bird, you know. And the audience, somebody would grab it and take it home, have a pet. They tore it to pieces.
Really to pieces.
They threw it back on stage, and the next thing you know, it was Alice Cooper destroys chicken and kills it. And that was all of a sudden now I was the great chicken killer. So I think I became the definitive villain in rock and roll at that point. It's a character that you go and you actually get ready and you put the makeup on and you become that character. The trick is to leave him up there. I didn't know when I was supposed to be Alice and when I wasn't supposed to be. All I knew was that they couldn't coexist. I mean, at that time, I didn't think they could coexist. I thought I have to pick one. And the Alice Cooper character was the more popular one, so I was trying to be Alice all the time. And that just did not work. I mean, that's what killed Jim Morrison, that's what killed Jimi Hendrix, that's what killed Janis. They all tried to be their character off stage. I took drugs all the time back then. And I was drinking every night with Keith Moon and John Lennon and Harry Nilsson and, you know, all the Hollywood vampires. And if I was in New York, it was Lou Reed and the Dolls and all those people. So there was never a break from drinking, you know, and it finally caught up with me. And finally, my body said enough. I got up one morning and threw up blood all over the floor. And that was God saying, party's over. You know, and my wife went, let's go.
Listen, darling, now I'm heading for the west. Straightened out my head, but my old heart is still a mess. Yes, I'm worried, honey. Guess that's natural, though. It's like I'm waiting for a welcome sign, like a hobo in the snow.
And I went to the hospital and I said, okay, look, I'm not going in here to slow down. You know, people they go, well, I'm gonna go cool out for a while. I said, I'm coming in here. If I'm coming in here to this place and getting a blood test every day and listening to these lectures and talking to a psychiatrist, I'm gonna do it once. I'm not gonna do it twice. And so I went in and when I came out, I was totally straight.
How you gonna see me now? Please don't see me ugly, babe. 'Cause I know I let you down in oh so many ways. How you gonna see me now? Since we've been on our own, are you gonna love the man when the man gets home?
So this was going to be the first time coming out of the hospital that I was going to meet my wife totally sober. And I thought, what if she doesn't like me? Because that was a thought that you had in your head, you know. I mean, you're in love with each other, you're married for 3 or 4 years, and then I went, but what if she doesn't like this version of me?
And just like the first time, we're just strangers again. I might have grown out of style in the place I've been. just like the first time, I'll be shaking inside. When I walk in the door, there'll be no place to hide.
I had to let people know that there were two of me. There was that one, the one that you're going to pay to see, and he's going to really entertain you tonight. But when you see me on the street, I might be at the movies, I might be playing golf, I have a regular life.
So many ways.
I'm in church every Sunday. I study the Bible. It's my real life is a whole other thing, but I get to play this character every night, and I really like playing him. And there's nothing in my religion that says I can't do that.
How you gonna see